I'm Jana Milhan-Martin. I'm the director for the Center for Lay Chaplaincy, but more importantly, I'm a chaplain. This Lent, the Center for Lay Chaplaincy and PRISM Restorative Justice is going to bring you alongside of our work. We're excited about this because we really don't get to tell our stories very often. The work we do is invisible. Chaplains and volunteers spend their hours and days in places like county jails, prisons, food banks, service centers for the unhoused, places where most people don't go. And we visit people who don't have a voice. And yet there's powerful and profound ministry taking place there. And we want you to know about it and share in it. And join us in any way you can. The work that chaplains and volunteers do day in and day out to help bring compassion and love to people who need it in really challenging places. We're going to introduce you to Ron David, a former CPE supervisor, physician, priest, and Harvard faculty member, who for decades trained chaplains at Good Samaritan Hospital. We'll hear from Sharon Crandall about PRISM Restorative Justice, a vital ministry here in the Diocese of Los Angeles that ministers to our incarcerated brothers and sisters in the LA County jail system, and a person who was formerly incarcerated. They'll sit down and have a conversation about the challenges of both being a chaplain inside the LA County system and being a person who's incarcerated inside, and what spiritual care means and how it becomes a resource for our brothers and sisters who live in incarcerated communities. Sharon has a unique perspective about what this kind of ministry requires day in, day out, year after year, bringing the sacraments, bringing compassionate presence, and being available to people who are incarcerated. It's hard work and it's demanding of a person's soul. And PRISM is on the front line of that work week after week. And we'll also hear from CPE trainees, lay people here in the Diocese of Los Angeles who are training to become lay chaplains, both in their parishes and the wider diocesan context. These trainees are hoping to put their skills to work in the very places we're talking to you about, places where love and compassion is needed. Jessica Zhang is a PhD student at University of the West in Buddhist chaplaincy, and she brings a unique perspective to this work. She's figured out a way to bring a tea house out to where people are, to bring an innovative spiritual practice so anyone can access it. We'll visit with Jessica when she's at a food bank at All Saints Pasadena and see what happens when chaplains are put on the ordinary footpath of life. We're also going to offer you some classes or opportunities to learn more about the work of chaplaincy, and hopefully you can join us that way. And of course, we're going to invite you to support us financially, because that's critical. The places we go and the people we minister to need chaplains. They need people to show up because they're mostly forgotten. And so this work is vital. And I'm sure there's lots of people asking for your time and energy and money. We feel persuaded that the work that the Center for Lay Chaplaincy and PRISM Restorative Justice is about is central to the call of the gospel and our baptismal covenant. And we want to make sure this work continues because it matters. And we also know that this work has the power to transform us, not just the people we minister to. So the opportunity is twofold. It's not just about those who receive care, it's about those who provide it, because we're transformed too.